Oh, pen. No, no. Okay, come on, let's start.
Good evening, Jamestown Jackals fans. Norm Rodriguez here once again, along with our color commentator, Jeremy Becker. How are you doing this evening?
I am doing good, Norm. How about you?
Likewise, myself. We are coming to you live at the Phys Ed Center here at Jamestown Community College as your Jamestown Jackals take on the Chautauqua Hurricane for opening night of the regular season. So, what do you think of an outcome of this should be?
Well, if the preseason game against Buffalo was any idea, we're gonna be good. It's gonna be a high-scoring game, and I'm looking forward to it.
I am as well. I'm anticipating an offensive shootout.
Those are always fun.
That they are.
I've not seen Chautauqua recently, so.
While we got a little bit of time, here are the starters for your Jamestown Jackals. Ralph Williams, Nathaniel Hill, Latrell Alford, Brandon McQuester, and Michael Davenport.
Jamestown's coach, Bob Robert, Dingo Smith, Kayla Crosby, and Dylan Monroe. Norm, what are tonight's officials?
John York, Chris Watson, and Dennis Scott. We've got one extra official than what there was in the preseason game.
Well, 3's better than 2.
That is true. And the starters for the Hurricane, Ruel Moore, Larry Rivers, Marcus Fagan, Julius Francis, and Trevante Gatewood.
Yep.
A couple familiar faces from the Hurricanes themselves.
Definitely a couple returns. Let's see.
Tip-off will be coming up within the next couple of minutes.
So, Norm, have you visited our social media pages?
Of course. They've got them on Facebook. They have them on Instagram and Twitter.
And our Facebook and Instagram is Jamestown Jackals. Our Twitter is capital JT, J-Town Jackals. Norm, what is our website?
www.jamestownjackals.com.
All right.
And here comes a tip-off, and it's won by the Hurricane. Gatewood has it and gives it off to Ruel Moore.
Moore comes in on the fence.
Goes over to Julius Francis, trying to drive the paint, gives it back to Moore. Moore puts up a mid-range jumper, no good. Rebounded by Hill, picking up where he left off in the preseason game.
Well, yeah.
Williams over to Alford, finds McQuester. McQuester gets blocked on the spot by Ruel Moore. Moore drives it down and gets it off to Gatewood.
Instead of offense,
gets it over to Larry Rivers. Rivers drives into the paint, passes it off to Francis. Defended by Alford. Francis drives into the paint, puts a hook shot, teardrop up, no good. Rebounded by Alford and off to Williams. Williams with a bounce pass over to Hill. Throws a shot up and draws a foul, and the shot goes in. It's going to be a 3-point play for the Jackals, and what a way to start the game.
Oh, yeah. Hill's picking up where he left off in the last game.
And he's about ready to shoot a free throw for the 3-point play opportunity.
So far, this has turned into a defensive game. Something a little opposite on the other side of what you said, but both sides are entertaining.
Momentum does tend to shift both ways at any points in time.
Yes. You see that in every single sport.
Every single one, even if it's something menial.
Like cricket. In fact, I heard nothing about cricket.
Hill's free throws up, and it is good. Converts a 3-point play, and that's how the first score occurs in the game. 3-0 in favor of the Jackals. Gatewood has the ball. Tipped in the air by Williams, but saved and recovered by McCluster. Gets it off to Alford. Good defense by Trevante Gatewood to force a bad shot.
Yeah, we seen last week that Jamestown was using the long pass to open up their offense. Looks like Chautauqua has an answer to that.
Larry Rivers has the ball now for the Hurricane. Drives into the paint, puts a shot up. No good. Offensive rebound by Fagan, I believe. Yes, it was. Yep. Ralph Williams has it now. Jackal knife maneuver into the paint. Finds Nathaniel Hill. No good. Rebounded by Julius Francis.
And Francis gives it up to Moore.
Off to Fagan. One of the familiar faces for the Hurricane.
Yeah, let's see what
Larry Rivers now with Brandon McCluster on defense. Rivers gets it over to Ruel Moore, who puts up a three-pointer. Off the rim, no good. Offensive rebound by Francis, no good. And a rebound by McCluster. McCluster bolting down the court, puts a layup up, and it is good.
What? Again, speed to start this game, Norm.
Fast and furious to start the game.
And good defense.
Larry Rivers now has the ball for the Hurricane. Almost lost it. This time he does lose it. Ralph Williams has the ball. And he goes coast to coast for the layup, despite defense from Larry Rivers. And a timeout has been called. 9:51 left, and the Jackals are already off to a 7-0 lead. Fast and furious way to start this game.
Exactly, just like the preseason game. They're off to a fast and furious start. It's their speed and their ability to see the court, Norm.
They can keep this up. There's no reason there can't be an opening regular season win.
Those are always fun.
Regular season is better than preseason because the regular season is legitimate.
So, Norm, any professional NBA scores?
I am on the way with that right now.
Okay.
The Milwaukee Bucks and the Brooklyn Nets play at 8 o'clock, as well as the Lakers against the Bulls. The Charlotte Hornets take on the Miami Heat at 7:30. So about 20 minutes from now, that should be a good game.
Should be close.
Other games, the Rockets will be taking on the Pelicans at 8 o'clock. Trailblazers and Mavericks at 8:30, as well as the 76ers and the Spurs.
Oh, we have
the New York Knicks and the Phoenix Suns take on each other at 9 o'clock. And none of these games are live yet. The earliest ones will be at 7:30. The Pacers Cavaliers, Jazz Raptors, and a 7 o'clock one where the Hawks play the Hornets.
All right, and we're going to get back to action as Rivers is going to take the inbound. Williams is going to go up and defend the inbound. No, McCluster. My bad.
Ruel Moore has the ball and gives it off to Larry Rivers, looking to get something going for the Hurricane. McCluster on D, drives it past half. McCluster strips the ball, and it's recovered by Latrell Alford. Gives it off to Michael Davenport. Bouncer to Nathaniel Hill. Finds Williams. Thought about the shot, but decides to run a play.
Yep. Let's see what Flash wants to
Williams
do
picks up a screen from Davenport. Jackal knifes into the paint. Finds Davenport. Puts up a long two. Off the rim. No good. Rebound by Trevante Gatewood, who gives it off to Ruel Moore. Moore slowing the offense down. Gets it off to Fagan. Over to Julius Francis. Blocked by Hill. Davenport with the recovery and gives it off to McCluster. Back to Davenport. No good. Offensive rebound. No. It's going to be a jump ball.
Ooh. Wonder who will get possession. Probably us. We'll probably keep the ball. Jamestown.
Most likely.
Oh. Depends on what Hill does.
It depends on who wins the jump ball. It's going to be Ruel Moore and Nathaniel Hill. Won by the Jackals. Williams puts up a three. It's not going to count.
Unfair?
I'm not too sure what happened. It may have been a foul. It's going to be Hurricane ball.
Might have been a foul.
Exactly 9 minutes left. The score remains 7-0 Jackals.
Oh, there's a clock problem. There's a technical difficulty. There's 9:01 left on the clock.
May have been some problems with the time clock, and there's maybe a problem with the shot clock too. Yep. But now that's been resolved. Back with a fresh 24.
Yep.
9:01 left in the first period. Score remains 7-0. No, it was not a touchdown pass. This is basketball. Ruel Moore has it for the Hurricane. Drives it past half court with Williams on him on defense. He picked up his dribble, but gets it off to Francis. Rolls out of bounds. Jackals ball.
Francis. He could not handle the pass.
Fast and furious on offense and defense. Two-way fast and furiousness. Too fast, too furious.
Oh, yeah. Speed, but here comes, speaking of speed, here
Williams
comes Flash.
Speeding into the paint, draws a foul. It won't be a shot foul, but there will be an inbound.
The basket will not count.
McCluster on the inbound for the Jackals. Larry Rivers on D.
Substitution.
Now we've got a substitution. Dominique Higgins.
He's coming in for more.
Dominique Higgins in for Ruel Moore. McCluster gets it off to Williams on the inbound. Drives into the paint, and the pass goes off the leg of Larry Rivers, and it will remain Jackals ball.
It looked like it went off the gut, actually.
Your view could be better than mine.
I'm a tad bit closer to
McCluster on the inbound. Try getting it to Davenport. It's going to remain Jackals ball.
Gatewood was trying to say that it got off a Jackal.
He was trying to get a case saying it hit off Davenport, but the refs say it hit off Gatewood. McCluster inbounds to Williams. Off to Davenport. Shot fake, drive into the paint, puts a shot up, and it's good.
Nice penetration.
9-0. What a way to start the game for the Jackals.
Yes.
Dominique Higgins has the ball for the Hurricanes. Steal by Williams. Williams with the layup, and it is good.
Points. Another good.
Easy as a piece of pie. 11-0 Jackals and a loss. No, there's a foul.
Reaching foul. Jeez.
Tried to pick the pocket a little too early.
Yep.
The foul's going to be on Ralph Williams, who just had that steal a moment ago.
It's going to be an inbound. And taking the inbound, Rivers will be.
With McCluster on D.
Right there. Inbound Rivers will be taking.
Gets it off to Dominique Higgins.
Oh, boy.
Higgins drives it past half court, gets it off to Gatewood. Gatewood fights Francis in the post, lost the ball for a second, but recovers. Hill on D. Francis puts a teardrop, hooking up, no good.
Another rebound by Hill.
Hill clearing the boards this early in the game. Williams bolting it down the court, finds Alford. And a traveling violation. The shot will not count. 7:47 left first period. Scores 11-0 Jackals.
In Chautauqua,
Hurricane looking to get their first field goal of the game. Fagan has the ball for the Hurricane. Gets it off to Larry Rivers, who's going to pick up a screen from Francis. Rivers drives into the paint with Hill on D. Puts a shot blocked by Hill.
And here comes Davenport.
Davenport past half court into the paint. Coast to coast layup.
Nice recognition.
And another timeout has been called by the Hurricane.
What a start again.
Second timeout burnt by Chautauqua Hurricane. 13-0. Jackals, 7:26 left in the first period. Not stopping.
No, but Hill keeps getting those defensive rebounds. Just like in the preseason game we had last week against Buffalo. He was clearing the boards really, really well, Norm.
I'm sure he'll be doing this all night. When he's on the court, of course.
Yeah, is it going to be another block party?
We've seen some of it already, but this block party may be a block-a-palooza if people start joining in.
I love block-a-paloozas.
Yeah, because it's everybody all over the area having fun. Even if they're not in on the shot blocking fun, that's why it's called a block-a-palooza.
Hey!
We just need to pass out the flyers. Come to the block-a-palooza.
Jamestown Community College Phys Ed Complex. Every Jackal home game. Excuse me.
as we break this timeout, it's going to be Hurricanes ball.
A bigger crowd than we had last week.
Jackals are about to come back out on the court.
Norman,
Jackals are off to one of the hottest starts.
Almost mimics last week.
13-0, not allowing a field goal in the first 4.5 minutes. Nothing short of impressive.
Very impressive defensively. Very tight. And even when Chautauqua wants to slow down, Jamestown wants to speed it right back up. And
I could not say that any better.
All right, it looks like Higgins is going to take the inbound. And what are the referees discussing here? Is it another time issue?
Once again, we've got ourselves another good turnout here at Jamestown Community College
A little bigger
in
crowd
the
than
Fizzette Center.
Yep, a little bigger crowd than last week.
Because the fans come to support the Jackals, and we appreciate them every step of the way.
Our fans are one of the best.
Higgins has the ball for the Hurricane, finds Gatewood. Defended hard by Alford, who gets it off to Rivers. Rivers drives, lost the ball, and it's going to be Jackals' ball off the turnover.
Ball control, though, Chautauqua hasn't seemed to be really sharp.
And it looks like they're starting to get really frustrated.
Yes. And there's a substitution. Kamal Nelson's coming in for Larry Rivers.
Kamal Nelson, a substitution for the Chautauqua Hurricane, as Jeremy said.
And here comes Flash walking up the court.
Got the lightning bolts under his feet, gets it off to McClester, who gives it off to Davenport. Finds Williams, everybody touching the ball on this possession. To Alford, puts up a three. Off the front rim, no good. Rebounded by Julius Francis, who gives it off to Higgins. Higgins trying to go as fast as he can, finds Francis, puts up the three, and it is good. Showing the long range, and they get their first field goal of the game, making it 13-3. Left alone and decided to put it up.
Over 5 minutes.
Williams gets it off to Michael Davenport. Nelson on defense, gives it off to Alford. Picks up a screen from Davenport. Drives it into the paint, finds Hill, puts a long ranger up, and it is good. What a way to respond from that three-pointer by Francis.
It's good. So,
Higgins has it out for the Hurricane. Gives it off to Marcus Fagan. Fagan looking for someone to pass it to, takes a dribble. Nearly stolen by Williams. Higgins drives, puts a shot up, and it's no good, but he's going to shoot two at the line off the foul.
But good tight defense by Jamestown.
And the foul's on Nathaniel Hill.
Yep, but good job by Higgins to draw the foul.
And despite the foul by Hill, he's been really putting his name on this game thus far.
Oh, yeah. With boards in the first game, drawing the foul to make a three-point play to start the scoring.
Higgins makes the first free throw, making it 15-4. 6:02 left in the first period.
Higgins gets the ball ready. Up and good. It is now 15-5.
Hill inbounds it to Ralph Williams, who fans like to call the Flash. Those lightning bolts under his feet. Picks up a screen from Davenport. Drives into the paint. Jackal, knife maneuver, gets the shot in the basket.
What a good response to the foul.
Higgins has it now for the Hurricane. Trying to go coast to coast, but he decides to give it off to Nelson. Nelson puts a mid-ranger up, bounces off the rim, no good. Francis with another rebound. Making himself busy as well. Falls down, Hill's got it. Wanted a foul, but doesn't get the call. Davenport gives it off to Alford, who finds McClester, puts up a shot, and it is good. A three-pointer off the assist from Alford. 20-5. 5:15 left in the first period. Continuing the hot start and not stopping.
Offense, yes. It looks like Blake Johnson and
Francis has the ball now. He succeeds in the shot fake and draws a foul. It's going to be on Nathaniel Hill. We're about to have a couple substitutions here. Blake Johnson and Chris Calvin are about to come in for the Jackals in substitution for Latrell Alford and Nathaniel Hill. Smart to pull Hill out now as he just picked up his second foul.
Yes, very smart. But Francis's height made that three look easy. He is a tall individual.
To my knowledge, I believe Francis is about 7 feet tall. If not, he's really close to it, 6'10", 6'11".
Ooh.
He's got the ball now off the inbound, puts a shot up, and a foul's going to be called.
Offensive?
We'll figure out what it is. The foul's going to be on the Jackals. It's going to be Hurricane ball. Trevante Gatewood looks like he's going to do the inbound with McCluster on the defense. The foul's on Chris Calvin, who just came in, not even 10 seconds, and picks up his first foul of the game.
Try to get in. Calvin's trying to get inside position to look like start the. What's this? Oh, we're having another issue. Oh.
Even looking at it, it appears to be a mismatch in Francis's favor.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need that to help win games.
Yep, because let's see, McCluster is 6'2".
And here comes the inbound to Nelson. Hold that thought, Jeremy.
I will.
A slam dunk by Fagan, making it 20-7. Ralph Williams has the ball now for the Jackals. Takes it past half court. Looking like a floor general out there right now. Picks up a screen from Chris Calvin. Drives into the paint. Jackal Knight finds Davenport alone for two, and it is good.
Nice range.
Ralph Williams continuing his dime dropping from the last preseason game.
Yep.
Higgins has it now for the Hurricane, who hands it off to Fagan. Fagan drives into the paint, puts a shot up. No good, but a foul has been called. It's going to be on Brandon McCluster.
He's going to get two shooting fouls, so Fagan will take two at the line. McCluster's getting an explanation from the ref.
McCluster looked like he did not agree with the call, but the call was already made.
Yep.
Fagan will be shooting two for the Hurricane.
Not much you can do when the ref says it's a foul. Ref's laws. Ref says it is, makes it what it is.
They just have to respect the call and move on with the game.
Yep.
First free throw attempt by Fagan is good, making it 22-8. We got a substitution coming in. Alex Crossan coming in for Julius Francis. Francis making his minutes in the first quarter worth the while.
Very much so.
Had the first field goal of the game for the Hurricane. He's been crashing the offensive boards as well. Yep. Anyways, Fagan's second free throw off the back, no good, but rebounded by Gatewood.
Crossan will have the ball. Passes
Kamal Nelson. And now to Gatewood. Gatewood puts up a three. Nothing but net.
Wow. Now it's 11-22.
Cuts the deficit to 22-11.
Inbounded.
Inbounded to Ralph Williams. Takes it past half. It's about to pick up a screen from Davenport. A little pick and pop attempt. Another screen from Davenport. Williams Jackal Knives finds Blake Johnson. Over to Davenport. Finds McCluster. The shot. Great defense by Dominique Higgins. And we have got a foul.
Yes. It's going to be on 23? It's going to be on Alex?
It looks like it was on Alex Crossan.
Yes.
And indeed it was.
Johnson
it's going to be an inbound foul. It won't be a shooting foul.
Nope.
Blake Johnson will be inbounding for the Jackals, and on the D is Kamal Nelson. Johnson gives it off to Williams, who finds McCluster. McCluster gets it to Davenport, trying to make a move, and he just drives into the paint, draws a foul. The shot will not count.
But
the foul's on Trevante Gatewood.
It's another inbound.
Sometimes you get the continuation, sometimes you don't. We've got a couple more substitutions. Maceo Wolford, a well-known member of Jamestown, New York, respected in the community, does a lot for the Jamestown area, as well as Damian Harris coming in. I also believe Maceo Wolford was inducted in the Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame.
Was he really? I haven't paid attention
to my knowledge, I believe he was.
That's awesome. Not many people get elected in our local Hall of Fame.
Blake Johnson with the inbound. Gives it off to Ralph Williams on the pass.
See what Flash wants to do here.
Williams drives into the paint, and the shot is good. He's going to get a three-point play on the foul.
It is 24-11.
Second three-point play attempt of the game for the Jackals.
And both teams have a bonus in this first quarter.
A lot of tenacity when it comes to the fouls amount in the first quarter. Tenacity.
Tenacity, grittiness.
Here's Williams' three-point play, and it is good. 25-11, 3.5 minutes left in the first.
And here comes
Ruel Moore
Chautauqua.
coming back into the game for the Hurricane, has the ball. Picks up a screen from Cross and drives to the paint, puts a teardrop up, no good. Fagan with an offensive rebound. That's one thing the Hurricane have done really good with so far.
Yes.
Passes over to Moore, who puts a long shot up, no good. Rebounded by Chris Calvin, who quickly gives it off to the Flash.
Oh!
Speeds it past half court. To the paint, finds Wolford, but he traveled. Tried to do the hop step, but it backfired on him. Sometimes even the Flash get a parking ticket for speeding.
Yes. Don't speed. It's okay to go to the speed
Dominique
limit.
Higgins has the ball now for the Hurricane. Maceo Wolford on D. Finds it to cross in. No good. Fagan, offensive rebound, and the shot will count.
Going on the line for a three-point play.
Another three-point play, but this time for the Hurricane. Fagan, another Hurricane player that's looked really good thus far in the game.
Oh, we got a timeout, Jamestown.
This is a media timeout. 2:51 left in the first. The Jackals remain ahead 25-13. So what do you think of this first quarter thus far as it comes to a close?
Well, I think Chautauqua's done a good job with the offensive rebounds, and that's something Jamestown needs to do a little more of. I see, because I'm over here, I'm just a little further than you are, Norm. I'm a little closer to our offensive end. When they take a long-range jumper, they don't have someone near the paint or even somewhere close to the shot when it rebounds. So maybe Jamestown should try to get more into the paint for the long shot for the rebound.
But the main thing the Jackals have been able to do, which has gotten them this lead, is the speed.
Oh, yeah, and converting off defensive rebounds.
They also need to be able to do the offensive rebounds because the Hurricane have been getting on them like crazy.
Yes.
And if that continues, there could be a comeback in the books.
Oh.
Even though it's only the first period, anything can happen.
Yep, and we're going to come out of the timeout here.
No NBA games will be starting for another 10 minutes, so we don't have any updates on that yet, but we will have them within the next half a quarter.
I'm going to see if there's any updates at the Southern Tier game that's happening at Northwest Arena here in Jamestown, New York tonight.
A good mention, Jeremy. Come support the Southern Tier Express tomorrow night at Northwest Arena.
Tickets are $5. Puck drops at 5 o'clock. Thank you for your
do you
support.
know who they're playing?
They will be playing the Lansing Wolverines.
And we need all the fans there to show their support. But we will go back with that later. We got a substitution for the Jackals. Daniel Malamba, a ball player from the Republic of the Congo.
He's 5'9".
He is 6'9".
Oh, 6'9", my gosh. I was reading Williams.
Wolford's got the ball now for the Jackals, who gives it off to Blake Johnson. Picks up a screen from Malamba, but gives it to Wolford. Wolford driving into the paint, gets it to Malamba, who finds Johnson. Johnson with a shot fake and a drive. Shot up and no good. Rebound by Harris. An offensive rebound they needed.
Yes.
Calvin has it, puts a mid-ranger up. Kaboom!
Oh, good. That's what they needed to do. Rebound off the shot. Follow the
Something
shot
they did a lot in the preseason game.
Yes. Follow the shot to the basket.
Higgins has it now for the Hurricane. Three-point attempt by Nelson. No good. Rebound by Harris. Already with 2 rebounds. Deciding to take the ball himself. Tried finding Malamba. The ball rolled out of bounds, and it's going to be Hurricane ball. Pass looked to be a little too strong.
Yeah. I have an update from Northwest Arena.
What's the update?
2-0 Lansing.
Higgins has the ball for the Hurricane. Wolford on defense. Gets it off to Ruel Moore.
See what Moore wants to do here.
Moore driving into the paint off the screen. Puts a shot up. No good. Offensive rebound blocked by Malamba.
That height.
That's always a good advantage to have. Harris has the ball now. Thought about the shot, but gives it to Chris Calvin. Over to Blake Johnson to Wolford. Everybody touching the ball in this possession.
Yeah. Malamba's almost as tall
Finds
as
Calvin
Harris
alone
himself.
for 3. No good. Rebounded by Fagan. Fagan could have a double-double by the end of this game at the rate he's going.
Yes, he's been playing very well for Chautauqua.
One of the bright stars. Ruel Moore has the ball now, gives it off to Kamal Nelson.
Stolen
A screen was offered, but he turned it down. Malombo with the steal. And Wolford's got it now for the Jackals.
Actually, Johnson stole the ball.
Wolford with a slick pass to Calvin. Puts a teardrop up, and it is good off the assist from Wolford.
But the steal by Johnson. It was a steal by Johnson that started the play. He almost stepped out of bounds. But a slick pass.
But what matters is he stayed in.
Yes.
Higgins has the ball now to cross him, puts a shot up, bounces around, no good. Rebound by Malamba. Already making an impact for the Jackals already.
This is his first game because he was not here last
Wolford
week.
has it now for the Jackals, puts a mid-ranger up. No good, but he will be shooting at the line.
That will be a sixth foul.
Did you catch who the foul was on?
Higgins. I heard 6.
You are indeed correct. The foul's on Dominique Higgins. Maceo Wolford, his first free throw attempt. The shot's up, and it is good. We got another substitution for the Hurricane. Tico Dallo coming in for the Hurricane. And substitution for Marcus Fagan. Fagan gets himself a well-deserved rest.
Yes. Surely we'll see him later in this game.
As well as Julius Francis. We will see him too. Both free throw attempts are good by Wolford, making it 31-14 with 34 seconds left in the first period.
You want to know a matchup I really want to see? Malamba and Francis.
That would be a good matchup.
Because they're almost even
Nelson has the ball now, gets a screen from Crossan. Shots up, no good. Crossan with the rebound. Ball goes out of bounds, and it's Jackals' ball.
Off of Crossan. He was shaking his head, though. But let's...
It seems that Crossan isn't happy with the call, but it's Jackals' ball nevertheless, and they can take the final shot here. Wolford takes it past half, drives into the paint, puts a shot up, and draws another foul.
Another shooting foul. Norm, do you remember what the score was at the end of the first last week?
40-19.
Oh. Well.
Maceo Wolford about to shoot his first free throw attempt. Bounces off the back and no good. There's still one more, though. Second free throw attempt is good. 32-14 with 12 seconds left. Higgins has the ball for the Hurricanes.
See what Higgins wants to do with the ball.
Looks like Higgins wants to drive it, finds Cross and puts a shot up. No good, rebounded by Blake Johnson, and that will end the first quarter with the score, Jackals 32 and the Hurricane 14. What a first quarter for the Jackals.
Identical to last week, how they started. But Chautauqua's done a very impressive job. I want to give them credit for their inbounding.
The credit I will give them are the offensive rebounds.
Yes, the offensive rebounds, but where they lack is defensively, the defense rebounds. But Jamestown's offensive rebounds, their speed and their ability to penetrate into the paint and drive to the net.
That's right, Jeremy. I'm excited for the rest of this game.
I am too. Sounds like we got our junior cheerleaders soon.
So what are you expecting from the second quarter? I'm expecting the same thing.
Yeah, I was about to say more of the same that we got from the first. More of the same.
Most basketball games are a thing of speed.
Yes.
A lot of times offensive rebounding and steals and three-point shots even, they don't mean nothing without speed.
Right. And their ability to create separation, too, from that speed.
And while we still got this break before the start of the second period, some NBA games should be starting up by now.
Yes.
We do have one that started. The Charlotte Hornets are ahead of the Hawks. 1:03 left in the first period, 27-25.
What game was that? Sorry, I was distracted by that.
That's the only game that's on so far right now. But one of the acquisitions the Hornets picked up that's really helped them, Dwight Howard.
Yeah.
Even though Dwight Howard's 32 years old, he can still get double-doubles easy.
Yeah, age doesn't mean anything if you have the ability.
And he's still got it.
Right.
And he's off to a good start. 3 points and 3 rebounds.
Yep.
One of the guys the Hawks have that's going to have a bright future is Dennis Schroeder. Didn't get much playing time his first couple years because of Jeff Teague, but then when he went to Indiana, he got his shot and he's made the most of it.
Yeah, normally when a good player is shadowed by other good players like T was, they have the ability to break out with another team. And that's exactly what's happening there. So
we will have more NBA games when there are timeouts and when there are breaks in the action. And as we talked about earlier with the Southern Tier Express, they are a mere 5 points away from a playoff spot, and there's 12 games for them left in the season. No reason why they can't get a seed in the playoffs.
Exactly, and they have a triple header coming up against Worcester in February. Start off February 4th, 5th, and 6th.
With the talent core they got, they are more than capable of getting in the playoffs.
Yes, a good player that's getting hot really late here is Joey Gerasi, who is
the Sheriff.
The Sheriff on ice. But we are starting the second quarter, Norm. Get us away.
Good catch, Jeremy. Ralph Williams has the ball now for the Jackals. Look at the pickup where they left off. Finds Alford, fakes the shot, drives into the paint, but on the defense right away is Dallo. Davenport gets it off the hill to Alford. Alford drives into the paint. Time running on the shot clock, but draws a foul, and it's on Julius Francis.
Inbound or shooting? Take a guess, Norm.
Say that again?
Shooting or inbound? Take a guess. Oh,
it's a shooting foul.
Woohoo.
Because he put up that layup, and he got hit in the arm.
I thought he got hit before, so that's why.
Oh, well, either way, it's a 2-shot foul.
But, you know, I don't have my glasses on like I did last week, so I'm a little blinder.
Don't worry about it. You're fine.
Okay.
First free throw attempt by Alford. It's up, and it is good. Making the score 33-14. 21 seconds into the second quarter.
One thing I'm looking for, I'm looking down court, and McClass just seen it too.
Here comes the second free throw attempt by Alford. Both free throw attempts are good, making it 34-14. Nelson fell down, Tico Dallo, he fell down really hard, and he's hurting. He is in pain.
Oh, never want
we can only hope that he's okay.
Yeah, you never want to see a player go down like that.
Even if it's an opposing player.
Yeah. We want to see everyone safe.
The basketball court is being cleared off right now so that there can be space.
He's in extreme pain.
It looked like it was a shoulder he was clinging onto. And he fell on it really good on the box out, trying to get the rebound.
Yep. Yeah, he's writhing in pain, and that's, again, we want to see everyone healthy and safe and have a good game. So this is a sight we don't want to see at all.
Things like that you would not want to wish on your own worst enemy. So, are there any other good players for the Express that we should be watching besides Gerasi? I think Zwig's one of them.
Zwig's getting hot. He's just scored 2 goals in 2 games.
The Zwig Master.
Zwigmaster. Nah. Personally, I call him Z, but yes. Gerasi's line mates, Lamison and Stuart Pearson. Pearson had back-to-back hat tricks on the road trip.
Wow, unbelievable.
It was impressive from what I read. And then Gerasi, just this last week, he was named the Eastern Division Star of the Week.
That's impressive.
He had 9 points, Norm, and he was a +9 rating.
That's incredible. I do have a question for you, though, but we will get back to that later as the Jackals get back onto the court.
I'm going to assume it's for about the Express, but. Right?
What I was about to say wasn't about the Express. But anyways, okay, Dominique Higgins has the ball for the Hurricane. Takes a pass half court. Williams on him, airtight on defense. Higgins trying to find space, gives it up to Kamal Nelson. Tried getting it to Marcus Fagan, but it bounced off of his leg. It's going to be Jackals' ball.
Fagan's going to defend the end.
Gets it off to Ralph Williams.
Let's see what Flash has. He's going to probably speed up court.
He'll come up with something slick. That's how Ralph Williams is.
Yep.
Decides to bounce it to Davenport, who gets it to Latrell Alford. Finds Hill, mid-range jumper, no good. Rebounded by Fagan, picking up where he left off in the first period.
Yes, rebounds.
Fagan going partially coast to coast, looking for someone to pass to. Can't find nobody, but he finds Kamal Nelson, who gives it off to Francis. Francis with a hook shot, no good. Offensive rebound by Fagan and draws the foul.
Excuse me.
We're about to have a substitution, too. Larry Rivers is about to come back in for the Hurricane. And it fouls on Nate Hill. It's going to be his third foul.
Wow.
Do you pull him in this situation? I would say yes.
Yeah.
You need to preserve him. You can't afford a foul out with a guy like him, who as good as he is.
Yeah. That would be a bad
Chris
thing.
Calvin looks like he is going to come in for Nathaniel Hill.
Yep. That's a good call.
I agree with it myself.
Yes. With your top rebounder, at least so far in this game in the season, you got to preserve him for the next game.
Another guy they need to put back in is Mulamba. The few
Yes.
minutes he got,
he made it worth the while.
Exactly. Looking like Dikembe Mutombo, not today.
Exactly. Especially with Francis on the court.
One of the two free throws is good, 34-15, Jackals. Ralph Williams taking it past half court, trying to call a play, gets a screen from Alford. Finds Chris Calvin, fakes the shot on Francis. Tried to get it off to Alford. Ball went out of bounds. It's going to remain Jackals' ball.
Yep.
10.5 minutes left in the first half. Score 34-15. McQuester inbounds to Davenport.
Davenport being our heavy.
Davenport driving into the paint. Puts a shot up, no good. Gets his own rebound, another shot, no good. And Francis gets the board. The foul's going to be on Davenport for over the back.
Yep.
No. Blow to the head, not an over the back.
Oh.
It's usually an over the back when it comes to an offensive rebound.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Dominique Higgins has the ball for the Hurricane. Passes it to Larry Rivers to Francis. Francis draws the foul. An offensive foul on Francis.
Charging.
What a charge by Chris Calvin.
Yes, way to stand your ground. Way to go. It's just
looks like Francis didn't agree with the call.
A lot of talking to the officials about foul calls today, but again, the call's a call. We got to move on and play basketball. Here comes Williams up the court. Passes to McCluster.
And McCluster gets it to Davenport.
Davenport
to Williams. Williams, oh, what a fake. To Calvin, mid-range. No good. Tipped off Alford, trying to go for the rebound. It's going to be Hurricane ball.
Yep. That.
Trevante Gatewood with the inbound to Ruel Moore.
Sorry, I had a different paper than the roster on for some odd reason. But here comes
Williams on D. He's giving him some space.
Yep.
Moore passes it to Fagan. Fagan picks up, turns down the screen from Francis. Alford tipped the ball away from Gatewood, but Gatewood recovers and gets it to Rivers. Rivers thought about the three, drives into the paint. Shot clock violation. Shot will not count.
What a break.
It appears the Jackals are slowing things down a little bit in the second period.
That's something they should probably not do against Chautauqua, because Chautauqua has good speed too. So pick it up here.
That they do.
Yep.
Williams has the ball off the inbound.
Flash one.
Trying to call play. Picks up a screen. Puts the three up. No good. Fagan with another rebound for the Hurricane.
Alford
passes it to Gatewood. Gatewood puts a mid-ranger up. No good. Rebounded by McCluster. McCluster on a 3-on-1. Passes to Williams to Davenport. No good. Another rebound by Julius Francis, who passes to Fagan. Could be a slam. Oh! Looks like Fagan's slow to get up.
Oh, no. All right, he's up.
Needed a little assistance, but he's going to be fine.
Yep.
But what hustle by Latrell Alford to force that miss, even though he got fouled.
Good speed, though. Great speed.
Make him earn it from the line instead of giving him the two.
Yep.
And we've got ourselves a timeout. 8:49 left in the first half. The score remains 34-15. A couple more games have started. The Cavaliers and the Pacers. The Cavaliers are ahead 13-6. The Jazz Raptors game has started. Jazz are up 6-4.
Okay. I'm going to look for some college games.
I'm sure there's a couple.
Yep, I'll be looking for those, Norm.
One thing I did see, though, on the news, the XFL could be coming back in 2020.
Oh, yes, I heard about that.
It's a mix of WWE and the NFL, basically. It was created by Vince McMahon in 2001, and a Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback got his chance to get back in the NFL by being on that team, Tommy Maddox. He was a starter for Pittsburgh before Roethlisberger got drafted.
Yes. The dark age.
The question I was going to ask you about when you said hat tricks, do you know who's got the most hat tricks ever in NHL history in a career? It's an obvious name.
Is it Gretzky?
It is Gretzky. Do you know how many?
No.
50.
Jeez. Yes. Oh, Michigan State again.
Well, with a couple years of 200 points,
well,
it's a giveaway.
Yeah. So, college action at 8 o'clock. Wisconsin will take on the number 6, Michigan State.
Michigan State's been blowing people out of the water lately.
Yep, they are 18-3.
I remember they were number 1 for a while until they lost and went down to 6.
Yep.
Are they still number 6 rank, or did they go up or down?
They're still number 6, Norm.
Either way, they're still blowing opponents out of the water.
Yes. Michigan State has a 94%. The matchup predictor gives Michigan State a 94% chance to win the game.
Wow.
Well, Wisconsin is 10-11 to start the year.
That's not good at all.
No. Wisconsin, points per game, 68.3 compared to Michigan State's 85.3.
Wow, that's impressive for NCAA. That's impressive.
Yes. Points against, Wisconsin, 65.8. Michigan State, 64.1. So that's actually relatively close.
Yeah. And when it comes to the NHL right now, the All-Star Week is coming.
Yeah. Fun time.
Well, the best one has to be the NBA All-Star Weekend.
Yeah.
Shaquille O'Neal putting up three-point attempts when he was in them.
Those are fun to watch.
Dwight Howard made a three-pointer in the All-Star game when he was still at the Magic.
Yep. Well, it looks like we have Fagan's getting looked at by one of the JCC. I'm going to assume that. I don't want to say it's a JCC nursing student,
He may have gotten a cut from falling down.
Yeah. So, yeah, she might be a JCC. We'll just call it the court nurse. How about that? I don't know. Court medical. Oh, wait. We got some women's basketball going on today. Women's college basketball.
Who's playing?
Number 7, Oregon will take on Colorado. And number 13, UCLA will take on Washington. UCLA.
Hold that thought, Jeremy. Fagan's about to shoot his first free throw. Free throw is up and bounces off the back rim. No good. Hopefully that wrapped arm doesn't influence any of his shots in a negative way for him.
Hopefully not. It looks like it has. Well,
second free throw attempt by Fagan.
Nope.
Is good.
Nothing but net. But I was going to say
34-16 now. 8:45 left in the first half. Davenport has the ball for the Jackals. Gets a screen from Calvin. Drives into the paint. Stolen by Fagan. Gives it off to Gatewood to Rivers. And a foul. Despite the fouls, though, the Jackals look pretty good stopping fast break attempts.
Yeah. Probably because they use it themselves and they know how to defend it. That's probably what they worked on in practice, too.
The one thing that needs to happen, though, the offense needs to get picked back up again.
Yes, offense has slowed down a lot. Defense has
Fagan inbounds the ball to Ruel Moore. Ralph Williams on D. Looking for someone to pass to. Gets a screen from Gatewood. Puts a three-pointer up, and it is good. Making the score 34-19. Hurricane have made a couple threes now already. Williams gets a screen from Calvin. Jackal knife maneuver to Davenport, and no good. Bounced off the glass. Rebounded by Ruel Moore. Moore taking it past half court. Finds Fagan. Fagan drives it into the paint. Lost the ball, but recovers. Shot blocked by Alford.
What a block.
Goes out of bounds. It'll remain Hurricane ball.
What a block.
That's the one thing the Jackals have been good at tonight thus far is blocking shots.
Yes, definitely.
Trevante Gatewood's going to inbound for the Hurricane. Passes it to Francis, puts a shot up, no good. Rebounded by Williams off the tip. Lightning bolts under the feet, puts a shot up, and it is good. Coast to coast. Fast break layup.
Norm, I see tire marks on the court from how fast that he got off the court.
That should probably pick the offense back up in their favor.
Everything.
Moore lost the ball, steps out of bounds.
All right.
Tried taking the screen, but he mishandled the ball.
Good job by Williams to make sure he stays wide.
Chris Calvin's going to inbound for the Jackals. 36-19, 7.5 minutes left in the first half.
Here comes Williams.
Williams slowing it down a little bit.
Doesn't want another speeding ticket.
Trying to preserve the lightning bolts. Oh, he's turning them back on now. Passes it to Calvin, puts up a three. Bang!
Nothing but net.
Answering back with a three-pointer of their own off the assist from Williams.
What a pass by
Dropping
Williams.
the dimes.
Yes.
Hopefully he doesn't lose all his change. No pun intended. Fagan has the ball now, puts a three up. Falls short and hits the glass. Williams with another rebound. Williams deciding to slow it down and run a play. Larry Rivers on D, picks up a screen from Davenport. Williams drives into the paint, puts a shot up, and it's good despite Larry Rivers having a hand up.
Good vision and good speed. I see more tire marks.
It's starting to pick back up again. Ruel Moore picks up a screen from Julius Francis. Pass off to Gatewood, puts up a three off the rim, no good. Williams with another rebound. Passes it to Alford, and the shot is good.
Good pass, although it wasn't like exactly.
The sleeping giant of the offense is finally woken up in the second period for the Jackals.
Let's see if they wake up even more here, Norm.
43-19. Moore passes the ball to Julius Francis. Calvin on D. Francis driving into the paint. Shots up, and it is good.
All right.
Francis giving himself a hard night's work.
Oh, he's
5 points and a barrage of rebounds.
Yeah, he's making his time worth it.
Williams has the ball now for the Jackals. Picks up a screen from Davenport. Passes to Davenport on a pick and pop. Drives into the paint. Puts a shot up. No good. Rebounded by Ruel Moore, who gives it off to Fagan. Fagan driving it past half near the paint. Gives it to Gatewood, and the shot is good. Off the assist from Fagan. Yep. And we've got a stretcher out on the court.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Williams driving into the paint, finds McClester, and it's good off the assist from Williams. Williams may get a triple-double tonight.
Maybe. It was close last game. One rebound.
Ruel Moore has the ball now for the Hurricane. Picking up a screen from Gatewood. Bolts into the paint. Blocked by Alford once again. Here we go. David Mulamba. Excuse me, Daniel Malamba coming back in for the Jackals, but a timeout has been called.
Good. Timeout Jamestown?
I'm not sure the timeout's on, but I know there's a timeout.
Well, let's...
With the stretcher being out in the court, though, you know it's something that has to be concerning.
Yes, very concerning. That's probably.
The live like started over. Did you accidentally end it restart? No, the Wi-Fi cut out.
5:05 left in the first half, though, 45-23. Any updates on any other sports?
Well, let me check here. Because I was trying to get an update on the Southern Tier game, but no update has come from there just yet. I have a credible source, a long-time season ticket holder watching the game right now, messaging me. He's saying the Southern Tier scores.
I got some NBA updates.
Woo!
Hawks and Hornets are tied at 38. Cavaliers are ahead of the Pacers 21-20. Jazz are ahead of the Raptors 22-14. The offense is waking back up for the Jackals. We got a couple substitutions coming in for the Jackals. Jordan White coming in, and coming back in is Daniel Malamba, who had himself a party the first time he came out.
We got Malamba versus Francis.
This is going to be one good matchup, Malamba versus Francis.
Gonna be worth
as
it.
Nelson inbounds the ball. Tried getting it to Francis, and he recovers the ball. No! Goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Jackals' ball.
Good job by Malamba.
Julius Francis doesn't agree with it, but goes back on defense.
And the Flash has the ball.
Williams has it past half court. Jackal knife to the paint. Lost the ball, but there is a foul. The foul's on Dominique Higgins of the Hurricane.
Yep. Let's see what McCluster looks like he wants to start a play.
McCluster's going to inbound for the Jackals.
Yep. Looks like he wants to do something. He has a play designed in his head. The Flash will
passes
get the ball.
it to Ralph Williams to Alford. Alford for three. Off the front, no good. Offensive board by McCluster.
Good job there. Good job.
He gives it to Williams to run a play. Screen from Mulamba. Williams turns it down, takes it on the opposite side. Passes off to Jordan White. Lost the ball for a minute, but recovers. It's back to Alford. Screen from Mulamba. White picks up the ball, puts a mid-ranger up. No good. Mulamba with the offensive board. Blocked by Rivers, and Francis recovers the ball.
Oh, that was exciting. And here comes
Higgins off the Fagan. Fagan looking for someone to pass to. Passes it to Higgins. McCluster on the D. Passes it to Julius Francis. Francis puts a shot up, but a traveling has been called on Francis.
Malamba's making Harris.
Got a couple more substitutions. Maceo Wolford and Blake Johnson coming back in for the Jackals in place of McCluster and Alford.
Good second quarter for both of those players, Norm.
Alford blocking the shots.
Yes.
Williams now has it off the inbound from Johnson. Williams passes it to Wolford. Over to Johnson, a little weave play. Johnson lost the ball for a minute, but the foul's going to be on Higgins. This is not good for him. He's getting into some serious foul trouble. And we got a substitution. Bobby Bell coming in for Larry Rivers.
Ooh. Let's see what Johnson wants to do.
3:46 left in the first half. The score is 45-23.
They're going to take off Dallo. Dallo's going to go to...
Tico Dallo being taken off on a stretcher.
He's going to be going to WCA Hospital. Hopefully everything will be
Hopefully
okay.
it's nothing serious.
Yes. Moore's going to come back in the game, and he's going to come in for Dominique Harris.
Smart move for the Hurricane because Higgins is in some bad foul trouble.
Yeah, he's pretty close to fouling out, isn't he not?
It's 6 to foul out.
Okay.
Williams has the ball, passes it to Blake Johnson. He's looking for someone to pass to, passes it to Mulamba. Mulamba into the paint, puts a shot, no good. Francis with another rebound. Gives it to Ruel Moore past half court.
Moore wants
trying to find some space, passes it to Bobby Bell. There's an alliteration lesson of the day, kids. Bobby Bell driving into the paint, passes it to Nelson. And a jump ball has been called.
Awesome. So, Harrison Not Harris. My bad. That was last week. Julius Francis and Daniel Malumba.
It's going to be Jordan White.
Yeah.
Jordan White on the jump ball.
Well, I was going to say.
Along with Kamal Nelson. Jump ball's won by the Hurricane. Ruel Moore with the catch. Drives into the paint. Passes the ball to Francis. Nearly stolen by White. And a travel on Francis.
Good call by the officials.
Francis wanted a foul, but he recovered the ball and rolled. That's indeed a travel.
Yes, it is. Good call by the officials.
If he keeps chirping like that, he's asking for a technical foul.
Yes.
Blake Johnson will be doing the inbound with Bobby Bell on D. Ralph Williams has the ball now for the Jackals.
So, Williams.
Past half court, Ruel Moore on defense. Williams gets past him. Try getting to the paint, but finds Wolford. Wolford drives, puts a shot up, and no good. Another rebound by Julius Francis. And Fagan has it now for the Hurricane. Picked up his dribble, looking for someone to pass to. Gives it to Kamal Nelson. Tried finding Francis, but bounced off his leg. Williams has the ball now, and the shot's good on the coast-to-coast fast break.
Fine, easy, 2 points.
47-23 is the score now. 2.5 left in the first half. Bobby Bell has the ball now for the Hurricane. Williams with a steal.
Again.
Jackal knife into the paint, and once again, a fast break layup.
Yes, good. He's making good steals and making them worthwhile, turning him into points.
Kamal Nelson with a three-pointer falls short, and we may have a foul. The fans certainly don't agree with it, and if the fans don't agree with it, it's on the Jackals.
Yep. Look like White was called.
It was on Jordan White.
Okay.
We have a mandatory media timeout. So, as the first half becomes a half old, what do you think thus far?
Okay.
Anything that the Jackals should change or stick with?
Giving up less defensive rebounds to the Hurricane, because that's what I see a lot of. A little more offensive rebounds, because I see too many defensive rebounds by the Hurricanes. They're a little too close for comfort, but as of right now, there's nothing to worry about, but there's still always that thought in the back of your head.
And another thing the Jackals need to do is cover around the perimeter.
Yes.
Because they're allowing open threes. And they're allowing three-point shots.
Yep, and the separation.
Thankfully for them, they've only had 2 made. If they made the majority of them, this will be a closer game.
Yes. Tighter defense on the around the perimeter, I certainly agree.
While we got this break, Hornets are ahead of the Hawks, 55-49, 2:37 left in the first half. Cavaliers are ahead of the Pacers, 31-26, with under 2 minutes left in the first. And the Jazz are ahead of the Raptors, 28-21, with 35 seconds left in the first. More games coming up later within the next half hour. Latest ones being at 8:30 and not 10:30, which is a surprise.
Earlier the better. That means we can watch it later. Right? I always thought that was a good thing, Norm. Earlier is better, right?
Right.
So we can watch it. Hey, positives. Let's see what's going on right now.
Think of all the positives.
I like thinking positively.
Kamal Nelson inbounds the ball to Ruel Moore. Moore picks up a screen from Francis. Lost the ball, but it will remain Jackals ball. Excuse me, Hurricane ball. Ruel Moore inbounds it to Francis. On Mulamba. Blocked by Mulamba. Another shot blocked by the Jackals. Wolford bolts it down the court. Passes to Blake Johnson. Gives it back to Wolford.
Mulamba's making
over to Alford. Wolford with the cut. A 3-on-1. Lost the ball, but Johnson recovered. White with the ball to Johnson. Wide open shot. Nothing but net.
Good.
Off the assist from White. 51-23.
I was going to say, Mulamba's making his time worthwhile.
Yes, he has. Rebounds and blocked shots.
Yes.
Hopefully we can see him get a couple dunks.
Ooh.
I just hope he doesn't shatter the backboard.
Oh, that would take too long.
Ruel Moore driving in. Shot's no good, but a foul has been called. From what it looked like, it's going to be on Maceo Wolford, and it indeed is.
I mean, it'll be good entertainment, but it'll take a little too long to clean up the backboard. So,
And I doubt that the school has another one.
let's not talk about the school right now. Norm, we can't cross that line. We have the resources here at JCC, okay? Shh, don't laugh at that.
Take a joke, my friend. Take a joke. Both free throw attempts are good by Ruel Moore, 51-25. Jordan White has the ball for the Jackals, passes it to Blake Johnson.
Johnson.
Kamal Nelson on deep, finds Mulamba.
Mulamba guarded by
Mulamba
Francis.
looking for someone to pass it to Alford to Wolford.
You got
Wolford takes a screen from Alford with a dunk's no good. Mulamba with a rebound, and he scores.
Good job.
Mulamba's first points of the night.
Yes. Good. Mulamba.
He's been a help with the offensive glass.
Yes.
Moore has the ball, passes off to Francis, puts up another three off the back rim, no good. Rebounded by Fagan. To Moore. Moore for three.
Oh.
Bounced up and over. It's going to be Jackals' ball.
With 38.6 seconds left here in this first half. So, Norm, this first half, are you having fun so far?
I enjoy being on the mic. It's always fun.
I do, too. I enjoy doing color.
Blake Johnson has the ball and gives it to Alford.
So,
Finds Wolford. Wolford trying to make a play, drives into the paint, puts a shot up, no good. Rebounded by Bobby Bell. Bell past half court. Picks up a screen from Julius Francis. Lost the ball for a moment, but recovered by Fagan.
Any further?
10 seconds left. They can take this last shot. Fagan better watch his feet before an over and back.
Yes.
5 seconds. They need to do something quick. Fagan mishandles the ball. Recovered by Bell. The shot will not count. Even if it would have gone in, it will not count.
Yep.
The end of the first half, the score 53-25.
Woo! All right. Norm, why don't you get some scores up for us, or if you want.
I'm already on it. I'm
Attaboy.
always one step ahead. I've been doing this for quite a while now. Scores look basically the same. 30-24, Jazz are ahead of the Raptors. 38-28, Cavs are ahead of the Pacers. 59-49, Hawks are behind against Charlotte. The Nets-Bucks game and Lakers-Bulls game should be happening within the next couple minutes. As well as the Clippers-Grizzlies and the Rockets-Pelicans.
Ooh.
And then there's 2 games at 8:30 and 1 at 9 o'clock.
Yep. So, Norm, locally, it's still 2-0 Lansing at Northwest Arena. It's not a lot of action, though, just beginning of the second period.
Do you think, with the talent core they got, the Express could make a deep playoff push?
In the near future. Not right now. They gotta
Are they in like a rebuilding phase?
Yeah, because we traded Harry Payne out to. We traded Harry Payne to. I didn't see where, but we also traded Michael Tanzi to Rock City in exchange for a player that I forgot.
And even though this one's a year old, one thing that they did which surprised me, trading Hunter Keppel to Binghamton.
That was last year, yeah.
I wonder what he's up to now.
Probably still. Well, no, he was about to age out. He was a year from aging out, so this is probably his final season.
I think he's got a future in some sort of professional level.
Yes, probably overseas somewhere like Switzerland or.
He could be NHL. Anything can happen.
Yes, considering
there are some athletes where their chances of getting into a professional level were astronomical, but they somehow got in and made big impacts.
Yes.
There was actually a wide receiver for the New York Jets who walked into tryouts. He knew his shots weren't very good, but he became a good part of the offense. Wayne Crabette.
Oh.
I'm sure you've heard of him.
Yeah, undrafted.
Vaguely.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. undrafted free agents, though, they turn out to be some of the best talents. And even those low-level picks, like if you look at like, round 6 in the NFL draft, switching from hockey to football, Tom Brady was drafted in the 6th round by New England.
He was the 199th pick.
Antonio Brown was picked by Pittsburgh in the 6th round from a small school in Michigan.
Do you know why? Do you know why he actually wears the number 84?
No.
8 times 4 is 32. 32 teams passed up on him.
Hey, and I'm glad they did.
Do you know what Juju Smith-Schuster's real name is?
I don't know his real name.
John Smith-Schuster.
I like Juju a lot better. I'm probably going to buy I got to buy a new jersey, by the way, speaking of that. Juju had the #1 selling rookie.
Well, I hope she's enjoying it.
Smith-Schuster's jersey was the #1 selling jersey for this year. His, Deshaun Watson's, and then, no, this is official from the NFL.
I do believe that. I wasn't about to say that. What I was going to say was I believe within the next year or two, him and Brown are going to be like the next Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's going to be really fun to watch.
Antonio Brown's going to have the spotlight, and Smith-Schuster is going to be a good supporter.
Yeah, well, who I'm really curious to see who Pittsburgh really tries to move or doesn't move is Martavis Bryant.
They got to get rid of him.
He
started off great, but he ran into some problems.
He had a problem losing his job to Juju, from what I've understood. And then he went to social media, criticized Juju for everything.
Do you know what Pittsburgh should do, though, before they lose him? They need to give Le'Veon Bell a long-term deal.
Oh, yes. In fact,
he's threatening to leave if he doesn't get that and gets franchised again.
There's an update. Steelers and Le'Veon are making significant progress, and this is according to Le'Veon Bell. So we should know by February 20th.
As we start the second half of this Jackals game, we do have an update on Tico Dallo, diagnosed with a dislocated shoulder on that fall. Ow.
Well,
he'll be out for at least a couple of weeks, maybe even 3 or 4.
Yes.
It does take at least close to a month for that to fully recover.
Oh, that's painful. That sounds, I don't want to think about that.
Well, you won't have to. Jackals with the ball to start the third period, also known as the second half. Ralph Williams has the ball for the Jackals. Lightning bolts under those feet, passes to Alford, over to Davenport. Everybody touching the ball. Finds Ralph Williams. Over to McQuester. McQuester for 3. No good, and rebounded by Larry Rivers.
I want to see if
passes the ball to Marcus Fagan, over to Ruel Moore. Moore picks up a screen from Rivers, passes it over to Rivers on a pick and pop, turns down the 3, passes it to Julius Francis, but a foul has been called.
On Alford.
It's going to be on Latrell Alford. No, it's going to be on Nathaniel Hill.
What?
That's going to be his 4th foul.
He's got to be careful here.
Hang on a minute, though. Mulamba's about to come back in.
It is for Hill.
Daniel Mulamba coming in for Nathaniel Hill.
Good call.
Not a good way for him to start the third quarter, but do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Ball goes to Fagan, over to Gatewood. Finds Larry Rivers. Rivers passes to Julius Francis, puts a mid-ranger up. No good. Rebounded by Rivers, no good. Ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Jackals' ball.
Yes. Well, I want to see if Ralph Williams can continue where he left off.
Took the words right out of my head.
Out of your head?
Ralph Williams has the ball for the Jackals. Trying to save his flashiness for when he gets deeper in. Passed the ball to Alford. Thought about the 3, but passes it back to Williams. Picks up a screen from Davenport. Williams jackal knife to the paint, pass to Mulamba. Shot's no good, but he is going to shoot too.
Yep, Francis fouled him.
The foul's going to be on Julius Francis.
That's the second foul of the night. So do you think the equalness in height has something to do with that, getting in Francis's head?
Has to be. First free throw attempt is no good. Bounced off the back of the rim and out. Here comes the second free throw by Mulamba. Second free throw is good, making it 54-25.
First one was a little harder. The second one, he put a little softer touch on it. And
Finesse,
strength.
not strength.
Huh?
Moore has the ball for the Hurricane. Passes it to Larry Rivers. Over to Gatewood, to Moore. Moore for three. And he makes a shot off the assist from Gatewood, making it 54-28. Williams with the ball now for the Jackals. Picks up a screen from Davenport. Jackal knifes into the paint, but blocked by Fagan.
Well, that's just height disadvantage.
Moore's got the ball, drives, and Moore, what defense, but Gatewood with the offensive rebound.
Alford wanted something. Didn't see where he won. Probably because there's no one behind him.
McCluster with the ball, picks up a screen from Alford, passes it over to Williams. Drives into the paint, tried to find Davenport, but saved by Mulamba. Passes it back to Davenport.
Stepped out of bounds.
It's going to be Hurricane ball. Maceo Wolford's coming back in for the Jackals.
And Davenport's coming out.
Davenport visibly upset about that call.
Yes.
Rivers passes the ball to Julius Francis. Mulamba on defense. Hook shot, no good. Mulamba with the board to McCluster. McCluster driving to the paint. Shot no good. Saved by Williams. Wolford long range two. No good. Rebounded by Moore.
Yep.
And a foul looks like it's going to be on Ruel Moore.
Yep.
And it is.
McCluster's going to take the inbound for Jamestown.
Larry Rivers on the defense. Inbound goes to Williams. Williams thought about the three. He'll shoot the three. No good. Ball bounced out of bounds. It's going to be Hurricane ball.
Mulamba was trying to save it. Just going to get to it in time.
There hasn't been a lot of three-pointers tonight.
No.
If they've been put up, they've been mostly a brick house.
Yep. Oh! Williams with the steal.
A little tangle as the ball goes loose.
Oh, what's this? Jamestown ball.
Jackals ball. Looked like it may have been recovered from a Hurricane, then stepped out of bounds.
Yes, maybe.
It was tough to tell from our view.
And we certainly have a good view.
Nonetheless, it's Jackals ball. Alford on the inbound. Gets it over to Williams. Picks up a screen from Mulamba, but decides not to take it. Decides to run a play. Gets it over to Alford with Gatewood covering. Alford does a little spin. Shots up, no good, but draws the foul.
That's going to be on.
Trevante Gatewood.
Yep. Oh. Did you see that split by one of the male cheerleaders? Ouch. I mean, good for him doing it, but
First free throw attempt by Alford.
no good.
Bounces from the back and doesn't go in off it. 9 minutes flat left in the third. Score 54-30. Jackals ahead. Second free throw by Alford. Free throw's no good. Gets his own rebound. Puts a shot up, no good. And a foul's going to be on Mulamba going over the back of Julius Francis.
Gotta be careful.
It looks like Francis is getting frustrated with the play of Mulamba.
Yeah, because they're even in height. And
Ruel Moore has the ball for the Hurricane. Williams nearly stole the ball. Nearly stole it again, and Maceo Wolford forces a turnover.
what a play by Wolford!
From what I've seen of Maceo Wolford, that's his expertise right there, swiping the ball.
Yeah. And forcing players out of bounds helps a lot too.
I'm sure.
I
am sure the head coach will happily take it. The pass nearly went out of bounds, but Williams recovers. And he's looking to make a play, finds McCluster. McCluster drives into the paint, blocked by Rivers.
And
Wolford recovered the ball, but he stepped out of bounds.
Yeah.
Inbound goes to Ruel Moore, trying to get something going for the Hurricane, down 54 to 30. Fagan has the ball now, pass to Gatewood. Alford all over him on defense, but he finds Ruel Moore. Over to Julius Francis. Elbow shot up too hard. Rebound by Fagan, and he scores again.
Fagan's having one heck of a game. Here comes Williams driving up the court.
Past half court and looking to start a play.
Yep. Slow down.
Ruel Moore on the D, picking up a screen from Mulamba. Pass over to Wolford, saves the ball, but there's a foul, and it's going to be on Fagan. Fagan doesn't agree with it.
What? Something Jamestown should probably start doing is when they have time, just take the three-point shot. Because they want to try to be a little tricky with the play. Just take the shot.
You don't want to be too fast, but you don't want to be too conservative either.
Right.
Williams has it now, pick from Alford. And the pass to him on the pick and roll, and the shot is good.
Yep.
A classic John Stockton, Karl Malone-esque pick and roll.
Definitely.
56 to 32, and coming up is the three-point play.
Potential three-point play, Norm. Potential. Because he has to make it to be a three-point play.
That's why I said they're getting ready for it.
Or maybe it could be a 4-point play. If he rebounds it off and gets his own rebound.
Well, anything can happen. Let's just wait for the shot to go up.
Yep.
Free throw is up, and it's good. So it's a three-point play, not a four-point play, Mr. Jeremy. The score 57 to 32. Fagan has the ball now for the Hurricane. 2-on-1. Williams with a steal, but he stepped out of bounds. When I say there are lightning bolts under Ralph Williams' feet, there are lightning bolts under his feet.
Yeah, they lifted him up.
Fagan with the inbound to Higgins. Higgins driving in, passes off to Larry Rivers.
Cluster almost blocked.
Rivers over to Gatewood. Gatewood lost the ball. He heard Williams' footsteps, and Williams has the ball.
He's seen the lightning bolts, Norm, and he got a little...
Or he heard the footsteps making him clash.
That'd be thunder, not lightning, Norm.
Screen from Mulamba. Williams passes to McCluster for three. Bang!
From the corner.
Finally a three-pointer for the Jackals.
Because they just took the shot. They seen it, they took it. Beautiful play, beautiful setup. And
screen from Francis. Higgins drives it, blocked by Mulamba. Williams loses the ball off the block. Fagan with the ball, puts a shot up, no good. Rebound by Francis. Wolford with a fight. What a job, though, by Maceo Wolford not to give Francis the rebound. He would have gotten an easy 2 points.
Yeah. We're going to have a jump ball.
He'd rather deal with that than an offensive rebound and a score.
Yeah. But his height's at a disadvantage.
Here comes a jump ball. Francis Wolford. Wolford doesn't even jump.
Oh, I wonder why.
Higgins for three. No good. Rebounded by McCluster.
McCluster gets it up to Williams. Oh,
Williams
wide open. Easy 2 points. Wide open.
Easy. Larry Rivers with the ball now for the Hurricane. Passes it to Fagan. Over to Gatewood. Gatewood for three. A little too short.
Oh, there's a
Williams bolting it past half. Finds Wolford. Shots up. No good. Gets his own rebound. Finds Alford. And it is good.
Well, this is more like Jamestown. This is more like Jamestown.
And a timeout has been called by the Hurricane.
Good surge by Jamestown right there.
6:01 left in the third. And Jeremy, your favorite thing, a double up. 64 to 32.
I love the double up. We got a double up, baby. Woo!
While we got this break in the action, we're going to get some NBA scores.
My phone died, so I can't provide any local scores.
Halftime leading score. The Jamestown Jackals' first half leading score was Ralph Williams with 17 points.
17 points for Ralph Williams in the first half.
And he's nearing a triple-double. I know this.
Yes.
Some updated games. Hornets are ahead of the Hawks 79-72. Halftime for a couple games. Raptors are ahead of the Jazz 48-45. Cavaliers are ahead of the Pacers 73-60. Clippers are ahead of the Grizzlies 24-20 under a minute left in the first. Rockets are ahead 30-29. 21 seconds left in the first.
That's close.
Couple games coming up within the next few minutes. Trailblazers, Mavericks, and 76ers, Spurs. Knicks and Suns will be on in about a half an hour.
Ooh, that's going to be a good game. So, Norm,
Knicks and Suns may not be a good one to watch.
Well,
They're both iffy.
can you check on
What do you think?
our local team here? Go on n3ahl.com. Because my phone is dead and I can no longer get messages from my source. Whoops.
We got a couple substitutions as this timeout gets broken. Damian Harris is in.
And so is Blake Johnson. And
with Nathaniel Hill in foul trouble, though, we're getting to see more of Daniel Malamba.
yes.
Proving himself to be the all-around man of the hour.
Good debut. Good debut with the Jackals. The Hurricane will bring in Crosson.
Kamal Nelson on the inbound. Blake Johnson and Ralph Williams on D.
Whoops.
Ralph Williams drops down, so it's going to be Blake Johnson inbound to Fagan.
Fagan back.
Fagan gives it back to Nelson. Nelson takes it past half. Johnson on D. Nelson drives to the paint. The pass deflected.
And stepped out of bounds.
Chad Butts, a substitution for the Hurricane, tried to save it, but stepped out of bounds.
And Alfred will take the inbound. Give it to Ralph Johnson. I mean, forcing turnovers a little bit more.
Yes, they are. Ralph Williams passes the ball to Johnson to Alford. Back to Williams. Williams tried for Malamba, but finds Harris. Harris drives, tries to find Alford, picks up the ball before a steal. Johnson, long range two, no good.
Nope.
Rebounded by Kamal Nelson.
Nelson, bring it up.
Taking it past half court. Another substitute for the Hurricane, Alex Crosson, who may have committed an illegal screen foul.
Jackals the ball. All right, let's see
Ralph
what you got.
Williams has the ball now for the Jackals. It was an offensive foul on the Hurricane. Alford's got it now and passes it back to Williams.
3-second roll.
An illegal screen on Damian Harris, an offensive foul.
Back-to-back illegal screens seems.
Ball goes to Dominique Higgins. Takes it past half. Looking for someone to pass to. Finds Crosson. Trying to bounce pass, but taken away by Malamba. Over to Alford. Pass it to Blake Johnson. Johnson knifes around and gives it over to Ralph Williams. Picks a screen up from Malamba. An illegal screen on Malamba, and he doesn't agree with it. Third straight foul. It's been offensive.
Yes. Yeah. Well,
either way, you still got your double up, and it's been a minute since that.
Yeah. They even doubled us. The only thing they doubled us up on is fouls, Norm.
Gets it over to Butts. Over to Nelson. Shot fake. Finds Higgins.
Higgins
back to Chad Butts. Long three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Fagan. He's probably got a double-double right now. Over to Crosson. Shots good off the assist from Fagan, making it 64-34.
Oh, there goes my double. Oh, well.
Harris inbounds it to Williams.
Williams, he has plenty of weapons to go to on the court.
Yes, he does.
Getting his troops ready.
He's going to get a screen from Alford. Williams into the paint. Rejected by Crosson, but it'll remain Jackals' ball. That's one thing there's also been a lot of is shot blocks.
Yes.
Anyways, Chris Calvin and Michael Davenport coming back in for the Jackals. coming in for Mulamba and Alford.
Well, Mulamba's making his presence known here in Jamestown tonight.
I feel throughout the whole regular season, he will be a big part throughout the whole thing.
Yes, definitely. Just from what we've seen.
Johnson looking to inbound, almost ran out of time. Saved by Calvin, caught out of the
What
air
a
by
save.
Williams. Shot was blocked for a moment by Crossan, but he gets his own rebound. Passes it to Johnson and draws a foul.
What a save there.
The foul's on Kamal Nelson, and there's going to be free throws for Blake Johnson.
Ooh. What a save
The
by Cal.
continuation was good enough for Johnson to shoot, too.
Yep. Good, gritty. Get to the dirty areas of the paint.
First free throw attempt by Johnson is good, making the score 65-34. 3:55 left in the third.
Stay away from a double up.
Second free throw attempt is good, 66-34. You add that up, that equals a century, folks. Pass over to Crossan. Crossan drives into the paint. Almost got stolen by Ralph Williams, but stepped out of bounds.
Well, he had a bounce, Norm, from what I've seen over here.
Nelson up for the inbound. Gets it over to Higgins. Williams blanketed him on defense.
Yep. Draws in the, hits it out of bounds again.
Higgins going to do the inbound for the Hurricane. Looking for somebody, finds Fagan. Gets over to Chad Butts. That's a three-pointer if it goes no good. Rebounded by Ralph Williams.
Yep.
Jackal knifing to the paint. Finds Harris. Puts up a three. No good off the rim.
Whoa.
Ball deflected off two Jackals, and it's going to be Hurricane ball.
Yep.
But at least we're seeing some more deeper shot attempts by the Jackals this half.
Yes, a little more risk-taking.
They were a little reluctant in the first half, but
Yep.
the second half, it's bombs away.
Whee! Boom.
Higgins has the ball now for the Hurricane. Pass half court, passes it over to Fagan. Johnson all over on defense, and he's going to get a foul on him. Fagan's shot that he just threw up will not count. Okay, kids, an alliteration lesson tonight. Bobby Bell coming back in for the Hurricane.
Bobby. He's back.
Higgins with the inbound. Passes it to Bell. And Harris with the recovery over to
Nice.
Williams. And
Nice
Williams
save by
with the
Harris.
2 points.
Nice save
What
by
a
Harris.
job to tightrope onto the court without stepping out of bounds.
Whoa.
Higgins bolting through the paint, puts a shot up, but draws a foul.
From what we've seen up here, it was really close to the out of bounds. Really close.
There's going to be 2 free throws for Higgins.
Double up, baby. Hopefully not. Well, I forgot to say that the last two were made. Timeout.
Immediate timeout. 2:59 left in the third. The score 68-34 as what Jeremy likes to call a double up.
Double up, baby.
So what do you think of this third period?
I'm liking that Jamestown's taking more chances, but I'm also really liking the defensive play of the Chautauqua too.
And one thing I got to say that the Jackals have done a good job. They've done a good job with the substitutions in place of Nathaniel Hill, them being in foul trouble.
Yeah, you don't want Nathaniel Hill to foul out this game.
But I keep saying this guy's name, and I still continue to say it. Daniel Mulamba off the bench,
Well, yeah, he's gonna
blocking
make his-
shots,
yeah,
getting rebounds.
Yeah, he's going to make his way onto the starting rotation if he keeps this up. He's making his presence known.
From what I have seen, he's going to be a great defensive player.
Yes. Yeah, oh yeah.
And like we talked about the preseason game, you need the defense.
Yeah, you go saying defense wins championships, and we were just in the preseason game.
Nevertheless, it does, even though it's the first game of the season.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, Norm, Don't jump the gun.
I didn't even say anything this time.
This time. My voice just cracked. I don't know why.
Probably because of your double up.
Double up, baby. All right. You won't hear that again.
Okay, here come the free throws. First free throw attempt around the rim and no good.
Toilet bowl.
Score remains the same as it was before the free throw. Here comes the second attempt.
Still a double up.
Second attempt is good, making it 68-35. Davenport with the ball now. Taking it past half with Fagan on defense. Picks up a screen from Calvin. Calvin with the ball, long three-pointer, no good. Ball goes out of bounds, going to be Hurricane ball.
Yeah. And that will be, Nelson will take the inbound, gives it to Higgins. Higgins will bring it up the court.
Past half now with Williams on D. Pass over to Fagan, over to Bell. Bell drives into the paint. A travel.
All right, so it'll be Jackals ball.
Some like to do the two-step, others like to do the 4-5 step. Like, for example, LeBron James.
Yes.
Chris Calvin with the inbound. Over to Ralph Williams.
We've been saying his name a lot in this broadcast.
Yes, we have, because he's making the big plays where it's necessary.
I was about to say, deservedly
Picking up a screen from Calvin. Ball over to Blake Johnson, back to Williams, over to Davenport. Davenport thought about shooting it. He will shoot it, and it is good.
Double up, baby!
Making his Rookie of the Year reference from 2 years ago well known.
Yes.
Higgins with the ball for the Hurricane. Williams on deep. Pass over to Bobby Bell. Ball deflected by Harris, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I already did my
2
goal.
minutes left to score 70-35. Offensive foul on Higgins.
Illegal screen?
Looked like the point guard was Higgins was
Yeah.
ramming into the defender.
Okay, yeah.
There are other factors to offensive fouls besides illegal screens.
I know
Jordan White comes in for Ralph Williams, and what a night Williams has had.
Yes. A deserved rest.
Calvin inbounds to White. Higgins on defense. Screen from Calvin. White passes over to Johnson. Mid-range shot up, and it is good off the assist from White.
Nothing but net.
Bell's got the ball for the Hurricane past half court. Harris on D. Bell trying to come up with something and pass to Fagan. Offensive foul on the Hurricane.
Offensive foul.
It's going to be on Bobby Bell.
That's his first foul of the night. Interesting. And Jamestown will get the bonus.
Davenport gets it over to Harris on the inbound. Back to Davenport, and a foul's been drawn. It's going to be on Crossan. Excuse me, it's going to be on Kamal Nelson.
Oh. Davenport's going to take two from the line.
First free throw attempt by Davenport is good.
Very good.
73-35, a $1:25 left in the third period.
Yeah, we hit the centennial mark in the first game.
Second free throw by Davenport is good.
And here comes Chautauqua right up.
Ruel Moore with the ball.
Ooh.
Over to Kamal Nelson.
Nelson almost stepped out.
Davenport on the D, spin into the paint, and a foul's been called. It's going to be on Michael Davenport. And there's going to be free throws for Kamal Nelson. We've seen quite a few of these in this game.
Yes, we have.
First free throw attempt is good, making it 74-36.
One more, it's a double up. Only a double up, though.
Second free throw attempt is off the rim, no good. Offensive rebound, and the shot's good. How about a three-point play? Jordan White with the ball for the Jackals. Over to Blake Johnson to Davenport. Davenport gets it to White, looking for someone to pass to, finds Johnson. Almost ran into Davenport, but gets the ball off to Harris, puts a shot up. Offensive foul.
Yep.
Foul's going to be on Damian Harris. There have been quite a few offensive fouls in this third period.
Yeah. Can we set up the play?
50 seconds left in the third, 74-38. Ruel Moore with the ball.
Rivers is getting
Over to Kamal Nelson. Picks up a screen from Crossan, puts a shot up, and it is good. The screen set up for the score. 74-40, 35 seconds left in the third. Jordan White's got the ball for the Jackals.
That's what Lowe wants to do with it.
We will see. Pass over to Johnson. Picks up a screen from Davenport. Tried passing it to him on the pick and pop, but the pass was too wide.
Nope.
Larry Rivers is going to sub in for the Hurricane.
Oops, something fell from
for Alex Crossan.
Yep, a chair fell. Whoops.
The Hurricane could take the last shot if they want to take their time.
Yeah.
And I feel they should. Pass goes to Bobby Bell, looking to make a play, tries to drive. Screen from Fagan, passes it over to Fagan. Over to Nelson, to Rivers, but Johnson with the steal. They better put up a shot quick. A travel violation.
Oh.
The fans don't agree with it, but the call will stand because there's no challenges in basketball.
You can only challenge flagrants, and even that's college too. College and professionals.
We've got 1 second left. Score still 74-40. Davenport not happy with the call either. Rivers going to inbound the ball. It's going to most likely be a catch and shoot. Pass to Fagan. Shots up. Off the glass, no good. As we end the third quarter, 74-40 in favor of the Jackals. What do you think the Jackals should do entering the fourth period?
Tighten up defensively. Certainly, I thought, again, Chautauqua did a good job of getting too much separation for comfort for us. But certainly, I think that Jamestown will tighten up defensively. What about you, Norm? What about you?
I kind of say don't let up, but be a little more conservative since you're up by over 30 points.
Yeah.
But if there's an open shot, don't hesitate to take it.
Right.
Because it's the Hurricane, it's their job to stop them on defense.
Right. So, want to get some scores ready, Norm?
A few more games have started, and some are in the second quarter. Lakers are ahead of the Bulls 47-39. Bucks are leading the Nets 46-27. End of the third, the Hornets still lead the Hawks 90-86. Third quarter just started for the Cavs game. They're up 75-60. Third quarter started not too long ago for the Raptors game either. They're up against Utah 55-45. 37-29. Clippers are ahead of the Grizzlies in the second quarter. Pelicans are ahead of the Rockets 44-39. 6 minutes left in the first half. Trailblazers Mavericks just started not too long ago. Mavericks ahead 15-13. And the 76ers ahead of the Spurs 14-9. And the 76ers have a coveted guy who was drafted a couple years ago, Ben Simmons.
Nice. Well,
Maceo Wolford back in the game for the Jackals, as well as Nathaniel Hill.
Yep. Let's hope he stays out of foul trouble.
Lineup for the Hurricanes stays the same.
Yep. The final 12 minutes are key.
Chris Calvin comes in too.
See what they could do with this final 12 minutes. I'm excited to see.
And see, we will. Moore has the ball for the Hurricane, pass half court. White on D, driving to the paint. Shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Hill.
It looked like
Gets it over to White before the defense comes for the assault. Past half court.
Looked like he got
White
deflected.
gets it off to Maceo Wolford. Wolford trying to call play. Picks up a screen from Hill. Pass over to White. In the post to Hill. Turnaround jumper, no good. Rebounded by Fagan. Fagan gets it over to Bobby Bell. Bell putting up a long three off the front, no good. Rebounded by Rivers. Rivers gets it off to Fagan before he falls out of bounds. Fagan over to Nelson. Shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Calvin, who gets it off the Hill. Over to Davenport. Davenport with a little stutter step, and the shot's good.
Woo. Good shot by Davenport to penetrate
Bobby
into
Bell
the
with
paint.
the ball, gets it back to Ruel Moore for the Hurricane, over to Marcus Fagan. Fagan drives into the paint, shots up, and it's good. Another score for Marcus Fagan. What a night he's had for the Hurricane.
Producing offensively and defensively. I agree with you, Norm.
Of course I do. Maceo Wolford has the ball now, gets it over to Michael Davenport. Davenport gets a screen from Hill, decides to take the opposite end, puts a shot up, it's good, and he will get a three-point play opportunity.
That was good reverse layup there, Norm.
That's the type of flash moves that the Jackals have that have gotten them this lead.
Yes, definitely.
And that's what's kind of brought the Hurricane down a little bit. They've done very well with offensive rebounds, but they're having difficulty getting the second, third, fourth chance points.
Yeah, they're not converting off the rebounds that they get. Jamestown is.
Three-point play is good, making it 79-42. 10.5 minutes left in the game. Passes over to Fagan from Moore. Gets it over to Kamal Nelson. Puts a shot up, and it is good off the assist from Fagan. Wolford to Davenport. Back to Wolford.
And here comes Wolford.
Bobby Bell on the defense. Gets over to Jordan White. Thought about the three. Sides driving to the paint. Pass tipped in the air. And caught by Fagan. Picked off by Maceo Wolford.
What way to read that play.
Jordan White.
Way to read that.
Gets it over to Wolford. Wolford drives into the paint. Finds Calvin. Calvin loses the ball. And it's taken by Kamal Nelson. Pass it over to Ruel Moore. And Jordan White draws the charge.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
I didn't think that was going to get called.
The whistle blew, so it would have been either a blocking foul or a charge.
Yeah.
Daniel Hill, the inbound to Maceo Wolford. Trevante Gatewood on defense. Wolford puts up a long ranger, and it is good.
Good shot there by Wolford.
81-44, 9.5 minutes left in the game. Fagan gets a screen from Rivers. Fagan trying to drive into the paint with Wolford on D, and the foul's been called, but the shot will not count.
And Rivers is going to the line. Well, I thought it was. My apologies.
It's going to be an inbound.
Yep, my apologies.
Trevante Gatewood with the inbound. Gets it to Larry Rivers. Rivers puts up a three, and it is good. Making it 81-47. Wolford taking the ball past half court. Gets a screen from Calvin. Decides not to take it. Pass over to Calvin. Calvin puts up a three. Bang! Answers right back with a three-pointer of his own.
By Calvin. Good shot by Calvin.
Rivers has the ball for the Hurricane. Drives into the paint. Puts a shot up, and it's good. The shot will count.
And they're going to the line,
He will get ready for a three-point play.
Yep.
Rivers' three-point play is good.
Yep.
Hill inbounds the ball to Jordan White. White takes it past half court. Ruel Moore on the D. Passes it to Wolford. Screen from Calvin. Gets it over to Nate Hill in the post. Puts a shot up. No good.
Yep.
Rebounded by Kamal Nelson. Nelson trying to find someone to give it to. Gives it to Larry Rivers. Nathaniel Hill on defense. Lost the ball. Recovers a slick pass to Fagan. And the shot is good.
Behind the back pass.
84-52. Fagan may have gotten a stinger.
Yep.
Julius Francis is going to get ready to come back in for the Hurricane.
Oh.
Chris Calvin with the ball now for the Jackals. And a foul's been called. The foul's on Larry Rivers. Julius Francis back in the game for Marcus Fagan.
Oh, we're going to be... And the Jackals will counter with Mom.
And the Jackals are going to counteract with Daniel Malamba.
For Nathaniel Hill. For Hill? Or
Chris Calvin.
Okay. First look. Good counter right there.
It's almost like you move on Dunces and Dragons.
I'm going to have you roll for that later.
I don't even play the game. It's like Dungeons and Dragons. One move, I counteract with something bigger. I counteract with something equal.
Yeah.
Or maybe even Yu-Gi-Oh!
That would be better. Dungeons and Dragons, that's just like make up your own thing, roll dice, and have fun.
I went to high school with Devin.
Did you, Norm? We're still... Oh, wait, we're on media time now.
So, NHL-wise, we haven't really talked about this yet tonight. What players and or teams should we be on the lookout for after the All-Star break?
New Jersey. I want to say New Jersey is a really good team from the Metropolitan. And then maybe LA. LA, if they could pick up their goaltending, because Quick has not been as sharp as he has in previous years.
We also need to keep an eye on the Golden Knights of Las Vegas.
Well, they're certainly ahead in the Pacific Division, certainly a good two-way team. They seem to have good chemistry. I know, this sounds like a stereotypical post-game interview. They had good speed, they had good... But, yes, Vegas, they've been impressive this year for an expansion franchise.
And if the Sabres want to keep winning games, the best bet to stick with goaltender is Linus Ullmark.
Yes.
His career game, he nearly had a shutout.
Whew.
43 saves on 44 shots.
Yeah, Pittsburgh is going with Casey DeSmith.
Number one?
Yeah, so because Matt Murray hasn't played in a while, it's been DeSmith because of his strong play.
If the Sabres want to keep winning, stick with Ullmark.
Yeah, Ullmark is, from what I've seen, he's a really solid goaltender.
He's probably a better one they've had since Ryan Miller.
Yeah.
That was the beginning of the end for the Sabres when they got rid of him. Anyways, Maceo Wolford has the ball off the inbound. Puts a shot up, no good. Drew the foul. It's going to be on Kamal Nelson, and he will be shooting too.
Good awareness there by Wolford to shoot the ball to make it a shooting foul. All right, Wolford.
First free throw attempt by Wolford.
Up.
Shot is up and off the back rim, no good. Wolford with his second free throw attempt. Both shots no good. Rebounded by Nathaniel Hill. Passes to Davenport. Puts a little teardrop up, no good. Davenport falls, but he's able to get up.
And it's... What?
It's going to be Hurricane ball. Jackals fans do not like it.
On the referees are discussing. Oh, and they're gonna.
And it's going to be Hurricane ball indeed.
The Jackals bench wasn't too happy with that one.
In the end, their opinion doesn't matter.
Exactly. It's all about the stripes today.
Ruel Moore with the ball for the Hurricane. Passes it to Kamal Nelson, tries to drive into the paint. Over to Gatewood, puts a mid-ranger up, no good. And Nathaniel Hill's going to get a foul. That's going to be his 5th one of the game.
He only has one more left.
He doesn't agree with it, and the ref did take a while to call that.
Yeah. There's been some fouls they took a while to call.
I think that's the thing that he was not happy about, that it took a while to make that call.
Yeah, if you're going to call a foul, call it right away.
Ruel Moore's going to be shooting free throws for the Hurricane.
Yep. And they're bringing Nathaniel Hill out.
Latrell Alford's about to come back in for the Jackals. Free throw attempt is good. Free throw by Gatewood is good. Second free throw attempt.
Good, 3 points.
Stood still in the front of the rim for a minute, but it rolls in, 84-55.
And here comes Wolford.
7.5 minutes left in the game. Alford's got the ball, gives it over to Davenport. To Wolford. Wolford drives into the paint, 2-on-1, throws a wild shot up, and it goes in. I don't know how that happened, but the shot goes in. Wolford will happily take it.
You never know. Just put it up, you never know.
Ruel Moore's got the ball for the Hurricane. Passes over to Kamal Nelson. Drives into the paint, puts an elbow length shot up, no good. Alford with the board and gives it to Davenport, driving past half court. Wild pass looking for Wolford, but he saves the ball.
Good save there.
Finds Alford. Alford fakes a shot, drives into the paint, finds White. White puts up a three-pointer. Bang!
Brings it home. 3.
Making the score 89-55. Rivers has the ball for the Hurricane. Nearly lost it, but recovers. Finds Moore. Moore puts up a 3. No good, and rebounded by Wolford.
Yep. Those are Curry shots right there.
Wolford takes it past half court. Gatewood on the defense. Pass to Alford. Alford puts up a 3. Falls short. Rebound by Davenport. Gets it over to Wolford. Wolford for 3. No good. Rebounded by Ruel Moore. Moore takes a pass half court. Stolen by Jordan White. Almost fell down but recovers. White into the paint. Pass to Davenport. Shot up no good. Rebounded by Francis. Nearly stolen away. Davenport with the save over to White.
Good
to Wolford.
save by Davenport right there. What a save.
Gatewood on D, but Wolford's able to keep a hold of the ball. Gets it over to Davenport. Davenport drives into the paint, puts a shot up. No good. Foul's going to be called, I believe, on Malamba.
Yep. Over the back is what I heard from the official.
That's what it usually is if it's an offensive foul going for a rebound.
Yep.
We have got a immediate timeout. So, Jeremy, first game of the regular season, what do you think?
Really good. I'm thinking really good play by both teams here. Really even. Well, the scoreboard says it's not even, but it's been a pretty even play.
This should be a prelude of things to come later on in the year for the Jackals.
Yes, definitely. Oh boy.
We've got some updates on NBA. Lakers are ahead of the Bulls at halftime, 62-57. Bucks are leading the Nets at halftime, 58-35. The Hawks take the lead over the Hornets, 101-99 with 5 minutes left in the game. 2:45 left in the third. The Cavs are ahead of the Pacers, 92-78. Raptors are ahead, 63-62 over the Jazz with 4.5 minutes left in the third. Under a minute left in the half for the Clippers-Grizzlies game. Clippers are ahead, 58-50. 12 seconds left in the first half. Pelicans lead the Rockets, 66-51.
Woo!
Mavericks are leading the Trailblazers 31-25 with 8 minutes left in the half. And the Sixers are leading the Spurs 27-13 with under 10 minutes left in the first half.
All right.
Five and a half minutes left in the game. Score 89-55 Jackals. Moore passes it over to Rivers, over to Francis with Mulamba on the defense. Rivers puts up a three, and it is good.
Nothing but net.
89-58 now. Jordan White with the ball off the inbound. Takes it past half court. Finds Blake Johnson from the cut. Gets it over to Maceo Wolford. Screen from Alford. A little pick and pop maneuver. Driving to the paint for Alford. Puts a shot up. No good. Rebounded by Gatewood.
Good rebound.
More over to Kamal Nelson. Larry Rivers with the drive. Slam dunk. No good. Francis with the rebound. Gatewood got the ball. Shot fake. Rivers puts up a three. No good. Rebounded by Jordan White. Gets it over to Maceo Wolford, one-on-one. Puts a shot up, and it flushes into the basket. And Wolford's going to get a three-point play, and a technical foul has been called.
Because he swiped the ball towards the referee after it went in.
The technical foul is going to be on Larry Rivers. Frustration's beginning to boil over on the Hurricanes.
Yeah, I seen him swipe the ball towards the official.
There is no excuse for that, even when you were down by 30 points.
Exactly.
You need to keep your composure.
Yeah.
You can't afford an ejection.
Right.
Especially when you get a player get hurt.
Yeah.
Once again, the technical foul on Larry Rivers. Maceo Wolford, another player looking solid off the bench.
Yes. Good players contributing off the bench has been the difference here in this game.
It definitely has. Both free throw attempts are good. Alex Crossan's going to come in for Larry Rivers, who picked up that technical foul. And I think it's a smart thing to put him on the bench, especially after getting it.
Yes. He's got to be controlled of
Another
his emotions.
substitution. Jerome Ross is in for the Hurricane. A travel violation. He thought the ball went out of bounds with the ref being there. If the whistle hasn't blown, you keep playing.
Play to the whistle.
Keep playing.
You said that in their last broadcast. Play to the whistle.
If we got to see it every game, we're going to do it.
Our voices are going to hurt if we have to scream it, though.
Chad Butts checks in for Julius Francis.
All right. Let's see if Jamestown can execute some points off of it.
Blake Johnson with the inbound and Jerome Ross on the coverage.
Wolford
gets it over to Maceo Wolford, over to White.
I'm seeing a little more speed from the Jackals in this fourth quarter.
Wolford jackknifes into the paint, finds Mulamba, draws the foul.
I'm seeing a lot more speed from Jamestown compared to the third.
I have myself too. First free throw attempt by Mulamba, hits off the back rim and no good.
A little too strong, a little too far off the push. It's
not an uncommon thing, though, for players to have trouble with shooting free throws.
No.
Second free throw attempt off the front rim, no good. Gets his own rebound, but he loses it, and Ruel Moore gets it for the Hurricane.
Moore almost stepped out. He was very close to that line.
Harris under the fence, and Johnson comes in to help and gets a steal.
Blake Johnson with a great steal right there.
Gets it to Jordan White so they can eat some clock. Finds Maceo Wolford.
Jamestown.
Wolford deciding to call a play, picks up a double screen, takes the one from Harris. Wolford drives into the paint, draws a foul.
Two more. Jamestown starting to look like themselves a little bit, picking up the speed on the offense, Norm.
It sounded like you were going to say a well-oiled machine.
I was. I just didn't want, but sometimes when we talk a little too fast, the words don't come out as they intended to, so I had to slow myself down. Thanks, Facebook camera guy.
There's going to be free throws as the Hurricane got their 6th team foul of the quarter.
You grew up in like 5 years.
Maceo Wolford's going to be shooting free throws.
Wow. What? Seriously, sure got it.
Chill. Because I need to like be all the way up there.
First free throw attempt by Wolford. Rolls off the rim, no good.
Good news is
I guess Tim Hortons called saying they want their cup back for the roll up the rim. Another free throw attempt by Wolford is good.
Ooh, that's very good.
94-58, 3:45 left in the game. Jerome Ross with the ball for the Hurricane. Takes it past half court. White on defense. Crossan recovers the ball before it goes out of bounds. And a foul's going to be called on Blake Johnson.
Speaking of, that promotion should be starting up here shortly. The roll up to rim to win. I'm looking forward to that.
Say that again?
I'm looking forward to roll up the rim to win. Although I never win. Do you?
Okay, Ruel Moore with the ball off the inbound. Over to Chad Butts. Butts looking for someone to pass to, and the pass goes right to Jordan White off the bounce. White takes a pass half court, finds Blake Johnson to Damian Harris. Harris drives, finds Maceo Wolford. Wolford gets it back to Jordan White. Under 10 left in the shot clock. White puts up a free throw jumper, and it falls short and goes out of bounds.
I think Jamestown's just starting to eat up some clock.
That's the right thing to do. That's the proper plan.
Yep. 24 seconds on the shot clock. Chew it up.
Butts with the ball for the Hurricane, past half court. Looking for someone to pass to, decides to put up a three, and it hits off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Jordan White. White finds Maceo Wolford. Wolford over to Harris, to White, to Wolford, to Johnson. Everybody touching the ball. Finds White, to Harris. Harris for three, no good.
Probably. Oh, we have a media timeout.
We have a media timeout. 2:36 left in the game. 94-58 in favor of the Jackals.
Yep.
What a great way for the Jackals to open up the regular season.
Yeah.
A complete team effort.
Yes, completely good team effort. Someone decided to put a speaker right by my ear, so I can barely hear.
You can always ask the DJ to turn it down a little.
I'm going to lose my hearing after this game, Norm. Thank you.
We don't just got the broadcasting over here that's good. We've got the DJ that's playing some good tunes. We've got our person doing the live stream. We've got Ed here on the camera making this looking silky smooth and nice and silver lining.
Great job, Ed. Thank you, Ed. He's a great teacher, too.
I never went to JHS, so I wouldn't know.
I did myself. I had him for broadcasting, and man, was he of great help.
And one thing the PA announcer has been saying that we will say too, fans stick around who are here, autographs after the game.
Autographs?
Yes, autographs are free, but if you want it off of merchandise, you got to buy something.
Oh. But Norm.
Yep, got it. I sent you something. What do you want me to do with all this stuff? What message? Just leave it there?
Well, Wolford has the ball.
Wolford's got the ball for the Jackals. Ball deflects off Higgins' foot.
Just end the bench and we're good.
like in the bench, and then you can meet us at there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Blake Johnson with the inbound for the Jackals. Kamal Nelson on defense. Gets it over to Maceo Wolford. Higgins on D for the Hurricane.
I'm gonna make Sasha hold it until I come.
Wolford gets it over to Malamba. Malamba puts a shot up, and it is good.
Good shot right there.
You see where
Higgins has the ball for the Hurricane. Jordan White on defense. Higgins nearly lost the ball but recovers.
Again, I think.
Higgins driving into the paint, finds Crossan. Deciding to play with Malamba on the D, and the shot's no good. Malamba with the rebound.
Malamba in it.
Having a little La Bamba out there tonight.
Hey.
And an 8-second violation on the Jackals. It's going to be Hurricane ball. 1:50 left in the game, 96-58.
So here comes the
Higgins
Hurricane.
with the ball, drives it into the paint, finds Crossan, mid-range jumper, good.
Cross has been producing for the Hurricanes this game, off the bench.
Yes, he has been good off the bench. The Hurricane have done well. It's just some of the shots haven't gone in their favor tonight.
Yep.
Wolford gets it over to Malamba. Finds Johnson. Thought about the three, no, but gives it to Wolford. Wolford draws the foul.
Good drive into the paint.
Wolford could be shooting two.
Yes, definitely. And
Yes, he will be.
Yep.
1 minute, 22 seconds left. Will the Jackals break the century mark?
I hope so, Norm. I'm just sad I won't have my double. Oh, well. I'll try again next time.
First free throw attempt is good, making the score 97-60.
Plenty of time. Just kill the clock. Maybe get the rebound and try to kill more off the clock.
Second free throw attempt is good, making it 98-60. A minute and 22 left in the game.
Kasha brings it into Higgins. Higgins will bring it up to the court. Oh.
Some of the fans have left this game, but we still have some support systems cheering them on. With a minute left, a foul's been drawn. There's going to be free throws.
Yep, let's see who we got. On Johnson, it looked like. Nope.
The foul's going to be on Maceo Wolford.
Oh,
Kamal Nelson about to shoot his first free throw. It is up and it's good, making it 98-61. 1:11 left in the game. Second free throw attempt is good, 98-62. Wolford with the ball up the inbound. They get to half court on time this time. Harris with the screen for Wolford. Finds Blake Johnson. Johnson weaves around, finds Wolford. Chad Butts on defense. Wolford drives in, and a foul's been called. Shot will not count.
and Jamestown will shoot two. Norm, you might have your century mark. I got my couple double up favors now. Let's see if you get to the centennial mark.
I only say that during the games to be ironic.
Don't
Well,
ruin
here's
this, Norm.
Maceo Wolford on his first free throw attempt. It's up and it's good. 99-62 with 53 seconds left.
Wolford dribbles ball.
Second free throw up, and they have hit the century mark, fans.
162.
100-62 with under a minute left in the game.
Yep. And here comes Higgins with the ball, dribbles up the court.
Takes it into the paint, but finds Chad Butts. He's going to put up a three, no good. Rebounded by Crossan. Over to Moore. The shot's no good, but a foul's been called. That's the one thing Hurricane have been good at tonight is offensive rebounds.
Yes. But they've been unable to turn offensive rebounds into points.
Either it's a lost ball or a blocked shot or a missed shot.
But that just probably means the defense of Jamestown's really disciplined, too.
And when they have to be fast and furious, they're fast and furious.
Exactly.
And if they have to slow it down, they're good at being conservative, too.
Yep.
First free throw attempt by Moore was good, making it 100-63. Second free throw is good as well. Jordan White has the ball. Takes it past half court. Gets it to Blake Johnson. Johnson trying to find somebody, finds Wolford. Higgins on D. Wolford into the paint, finds Muwamba. Muwamba's shot's blocked, but a foul's been called on Crossan.
And Muwamba, who's not been exactly good with free throw.
Daniel Mulamba's going to be shooting free throws.
Yep.
We do have a substitution coming in, Travante Gatewood. Mulamba about to attempt his first free throw, and it is good.
That looked a little better.
101-64. That's one thing with troubled free throw shooters, finesse, not strength.
Yes.
Here comes the second free throw attempt from Mulamba, and he makes both free throws.
Very good.
Nice form to make both shots.
Yes.
And the Hurricane are going to get the last shot of the game. Higgins tries to get the ball up, but taken by Mulamba and gives it to Wolford. And this is the end of the game, Jackals fans. Your final score, 102-64.
Good defense.
What a way for them to open up here in the regular season.
Yes, what a good defensive effort from both teams. But Jamestown just executed points on turnovers and offensive rebounds, too.
You got any other closing remarks?
It was fun, Norm.
Again, what a way to open up the regular season for the Jackals. On behalf of the Jamestown Jackals organization and Integrity First, I'm Norm Rodriguez along with Jeremy Becker. And have a good night, everybody.
Thank you.